Hi, hello again and again students. I have Sir Windel and Sir Denver to discuss to you an interesting topic which is interest. Okay, let's go. I think you missed our discussion, therefore let us continue this discussion with the definition of interest. What is interest? Interest is the cost of borrowing money where the borrowers pay a fee to the lender for the loan. The interest typically expressed as a percentage can be either simple or compounded.
Okay, class. Before we proceed, let me share to you the types of interest. Simple interest. Interest is paid only on the principal. And second, compound interest. Interest is paid on both principal and interest compounded at regular intervals. Sir Denver, the floor is yours.
To properly proceed to our discussion, I have here the list of a vocabulary words that you may encounter during the discussion. First is interest. Interest is an specified amount of money paid or earned for the use of money, or mas tinatawag na tubo sa perang hiniram or ininvest. Then the next one is the principal. Principal is the original amount of money borrowed or deposit, halaga ng perang hiniram or ininvest. The next one is rate. Rate is the interest percentage or rate of increase of the investment.
Next word is time, the period of time for which an amount of money is invested or borrowed. Next, simple interest, an interest calculation that is calculated only on the principal. Then the last is compound interest, an interest calculation that is calculated using the principal and any interest remaining in an account.
Sounds like all of you are excited for this interesting lesson. Now, let us talk about calculating simple and compound interest. On your screen, you can see the statement that this section or topic involves what can happen to your money. It should be interest to you. Class, always remember that interest is interesting. Sir Windel, share them the formula for simple interest.
Hi, sir class. The formula for simple interest is I equals PRT, which I is the interest paid equivalent to P, which is principal, R, which is annual interest rate, and T, which is the time note. And remember that the time should always in years. Okay, let's have compound interest. Sir Denver.
Are you still there, students? That's good. Let me show you compound interest formula. It was written as A is equals to P, quantity of 1 plus R over N raised to NT. Each of letter in the formula had its own meaning. Let's start with A, which is the amount at the end. P is the principal, which is the amount at the start. Then the R, which is the annual interest rate. Remember that it should be in decimal form.
Next, we have N, which is the number of time per year that interest is compounded, and again, T is the time in years. It seems like all of you are waiting for someone, example. Let me read first the real-world example. Real-world example. Simon is 12 years old and has decided that he wants to buy a car when he turns 16. He has some money and thinks if he puts it in the bank for the next 4 years, he will get enough interest to buy a car. If he invests $3,000 and receives a 4% simple interest over the next 4 years, how much will he have to spend on a car? Okay, in this time, we will use the formula for simple interest, which is I is equals to PRT. Again, I is equals to interest, P is for the principal, R is the interest rate, and T is for the time in years. Which is our principal is 3,000, our simple interest is 4% or 0.04, and our time is 4 years since Simon is 12 years old and he decided that he wants to buy a car when he turns 16. And it is clearly stated here that the interest over the next 4 years. Then, what is asked? We are asked to solve how much we'll have to spend a new car. Substitute on the formula 3,000 times 0.04 times 4, we will get an interest of $480. So that Simon will have a total of $3,480 to spend on a car when he turns 16. Eyes on the screen, class. Let us have here set of examples.
Example number 1. Finding simple interest. The question is, find the simple interest for $4,000 invested for 4 years and annual interest rate of 4%. The problem is, interest is unknown and P is equal to 4,000 and rate equal to 4% or 0.04%. And time is equal to 4 years. And the formula is I equals PRT. I equals 4,000 multiplied by 0.04% times 4. I is equal to $640. $4,000 plus $640 is equal to $4,640. And the interest is $4,640.
Example number 2. Finding compound interest. The question is, if you deposit $4,000 in an account that pays 4% compoundedly annually, what is your balance after 4 years? So, the problem is, we are looking for the balance after 4 years. So, we will use the formula B is equals to P, quantity of 1 plus R raised to T. So, for our problem, B is unknown. Then our P is, or the principal, the amount at the start is $4,000. The next is our rate. The rate given from the problem is 4%. Then the time stated in the problem is 4. We will going to substitute all the given value on the problem to get the balance after 4 years. As you can see on the screen, B is equals to P or 4,000. Quantity of 1 plus rate or 0.04. Why 0.04? Remember class, the rate is always converted to decimal. To convert it to decimal, we will divide it by 100. So 4 divided by 100 is 0.04. I hope that it will clear for you. So B is equals to 4,000 quantity of 1 plus 0.04 raised to the time or T. On the problem, our time is 4. If we compute it, we will get an answer 4,679.43. The balance after 4 years.
Now let us have the example number 3, finding simple interest. The problem is, find the simple interest for $2,500 invested for 4.5 years at an interest rate of 4.5%. You can see on the screen that we have given which are $2,500, which is the principal, 4.5 years or 4.5 years, which is our time, and the interest rate is equivalent to 4.5%, or in decimal we can write it at 0.045. This time we're going to substitute the given data on the formula, which is I is equals to PRT. Our P is equivalent to $2,500, our R is 0.045, and the time is 4.5. Now, apply the multiplication of 2,500 times 0.045 times 4.5. Then we will get a product of $506.25. Now, what are you going to do? You only need to add the calculated interest to the principal, which is 2,500. Now, by the application of addition, 2,500 plus $506.25 is equivalent to $3,006.25. Sir Wendell, kindly show the example number 4.
Example number 4. Finding simple interest. The question is, find the simple interest for $80 invested for 6 months earning 6% simple interest. So, the unknown is interest and P is equal to 80 and rate is equal to 6% or 0.06. And the time is 6 over 12 or 0.5. So, the formula is I equals to PRT. I equals to 80 times 0.06 times 6 over 12 or 0.5. So, I is equal to $2.40 $80 plus $2.40 is equal to $82.40. So the interest is $82.40.
Example number 5. Using simple interest to find time. Question. If you invest 8,000 and receive 9% simple interest, how long would it take to earn 5,040 in interest? This time we are looking for time. So we will use the formula IC equals to P times R times T. The one or the interest we have is 5,040. Our principal is 8,000. Then the rate is 9% or converted to 0.09. Hope you all remember how to convert the rate to decimal. Then for our T is unknown. To get the time again, we will substitute the given value we have for the formula. So interest or 5,040 is equals to principal or 8,000 multiplied to 0.09. The rate multiply again by T. As you can see on the screen, we multiply the principal to the rate or 5,040 times 0.09 and get an answer of 720. This time we have 5,040 is equals to 720 T. To get the time, we will divide those two from 720. So 5,040 divided by 720 is equals to 720 divided by 720. Then we will get an answer of equal to 7. Then our time for the problem is 7. I hope you understand well the example. Thank you. Sir Wendell, it's your turn again.
Example number 6. Using simple interest to find rate. The question is, if you invest $8,000 and receive $5,040 in simple interest after 7 years, what was the interest rate? And the problem is looking for rate. And the formula is I equals PRT. I equal to 5,040 and P equal to 8,000 and R the unknown and T equal to 7. And now let's proceed from the formula. I is 5,040 equals P is equal to 8,000 and rate is unknown and time is 7. So 8,000 times 7 is equal to 56,000. 5,040 divided 56,000 is equal to 0.09. And now, the rate is 0.09.
Before we end this discussion, we prepared things to remember when calculating interest. First, make sure you are using the correct formula. Is it simple or compound interest? Make the correct substitution. P is principal, R is interest rate, T is time in years, and B is for balance. Solve for the unknown, and lastly, reread the question and calculate your answer.
Okay, that's all for today, class. See you in our next videos. And don't forget to like, share, and hit the notification bells.